Sunday. We are here, back in the gym, back in the Warrior Dojo, if you will, back to the usual surroundings. The last time probably that we will have, well, not the last time, but let's say the last weekend before we get all of our machines in. I know I've been talking about it. For a while, but we finally have confirmation from the movers that we will be bringing in stuff on Sunday. It's going to be June 8th. So next time, basically this time next week, we're going to have all the machines and everything ready here. So it's going to be awesome. It'll be even more, shall we say, action-packed to work out here. But until then, we still have, obviously, today and maybe a couple more in the next week, in terms of workout. Oh, there goes a light. In terms of workouts with just the basic equipment. So yeah, it's gonna be okay, obviously. So it's good to have you all as you're slowly starting to stream in here. It's been a crazy week, as you no doubt have probably noticed. The stream schedule has been off, but we were on a vacation for Memorial Day, so we are back and now caught up with everything mostly, and we're back to working out. So what we're gonna have today, well, it's June 1st, so we have a new workout. We have a great way to kick off the month. We finished our plank challenge for May. Some more on that in a little bit. And we are officially starting the Olympics, the GRARC Olympics, that some of you might have already seen my brother do a post on. So let's go ahead and we'll chat more about that as we go. For now, let's get the workout started. I have my watch going, and those of you that are watching live, feel free to either follow along or just take notes. If you're not gonna follow along, that's totally cool. Save this video. You can always work out later. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go with our workout warm-up first for just a few minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into the exercises. So let's go ahead and do our shoulders. Just going side to side here, side to side, getting everything flowing, side to side, arm circles, backwards. How's everybody doing? How's your Sunday? Hopefully it's going great. Many of you are probably on summer vacation, right? So I remember those days when I was a kid, not having to go to school anymore. It was pretty awesome. I think most kids are probably on summer vacation right now, and if you're not, you're probably in your last week. So great time to stay active, obviously, with the weather being nice. Hopefully we're gonna do reach and touch the floor, reach and touch the floor, and do some body weight squats here. Just a couple, nice and low, just to warm up the legs. So what we have today, we're gonna actually incorporate a little bit of the stuff that we have in the gym, one of which is gonna be our rolling push-up on a Swiss ball. Then we're gonna have a single leg dumbbell deadlift with rows. And then we have a mystery exercise for number 3. Ooh, actually, we're gonna use the Swiss ball again for number 3. So, core work. All right, so we're pretty warmed up here. Normally you wanna do more of a warm up, but I'm trying to save us time. Hey, how's it going? Naruto Uzumaki, one of the most awesome anime there is out there, Naruto. Hey, can I ask, where are you from? Yes, you may. I'm originally from Poland. I was born there, came here to the States when I was 8. So Polish background, and I did like a little ancestry thing, mostly Central European, although I have little tidbits of other things, other nationalities. Let's go ahead and let's put it here. There we go. So slight accent you can pick up from time to time probably. I have much more of an accent when I speak Polish. All right. So here we are. I got the ball. I'm gonna try to roll out, not hit the camera. How about you, Mr. Naruto? Where are you from? I'm curious. We're gonna use the ball to roll out. So this is an advanced move. I'm gonna do one leg up, one leg on the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can do a regular walkout, which is basically just this. Walk it out and do your push-up here. Chest to the floor as much as you can. You can also follow along by trying to do the advanced one, like I'm gonna do on the ball with one leg up, by doing the single leg on the walkout too. So walk out, single leg, and then walk it back, try to keep the single leg up in the air. All right, here we go. Let's roll out with the ball. So we're gonna try to do 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Roll out, here we go. I'm rolling out. Let's see if we can, yeah, you can see the camera. All right, kind of can't see the ball, but there's the ball. So let's go ahead and keep one leg up in the air. There it is, push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We roll it back. And now, let's try to do it this way because you kind of can't see the ball, can you? So, we roll out on the ball, and you can see, actually this time it's going to be this leg. So you can see the leg up in the air, do our push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of can't see me, right? That's all right. 7, 8, 9, 10, and roll it back. All right, so we got that one. 10 and 10. Now we're gonna go to our second exercise, which is with our dumbbells. So 2 dumbbells, you can do this with almost any weight, but we're basically gonna go forward, try to hold our balance, and then from here we're going to row with the dumbbells. So a lot of single leg in this first circuit, and if you have good weights, then that's what you wanna do. Yes, barbecue breadstick, yeet! How's it going, guys? Where are you guys from? What's up, Lemon? Are you guys from the US? Somewhere local? Kind of curious. I'm always curious to see where everybody's from. All right. So we will lunge on back. So important thing with this one, try to touch the floor. When you come back, keep yourself in a fairly bent forward position so that you can do your row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we will swap. Let's do the opposite leg. Actually, it's probably better to do it with no socks, or if you have a very grippy floor. My socks are a little bit slippery, so I will, here we go. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we got it. Okay, so that's number 2. So all these we're gonna progress actually. For now, we're keeping it more of a basic move. So here, we have the ball again. I'm gonna try to lift it with my legs, grab it with my hands, put it behind me, bring it together. All right, so I'm already holding it. I feel the tension. Now this one, I don't know if you can hear it, guys. Can you hear it? It's actually got sand in there. So it's got more weight than a typical ball. This one's got, I don't know, maybe between 5 and 7 pounds, I think, because of all the sand. Actually, you can kind of see it. You can do something cool. You see how it kind of flipped and kind of fell down? It's got, because of the sand, it actually has a little bit of a strange motion when you try to rotate it and flip it because the sand is inside. Obviously rotating at a different motion or different way than the ball. All right, so I'm gonna come up, bring it back, and 2, 3, 4. We're gonna. What's great is you feel the constant tension on your stomach on this one. Especially with the extra weight of the ball. Yeah. One more. Back, in, and out. Oh, that was good for the core. I definitely felt it. Some of you, as you do this one, you might feel it in your neck. So be careful with this one. You don't want to strain your neck. At the same time, you want to be able to do this move. So you could go ahead and have something behind your head, like a pillow, something where you're not straining your neck muscles. It is good for strengthening them, but if you tend to overdo it, you might feel uncomfortable after a while. And then the tightness of that neck can travel up behind the head and be very uncomfortable as well. So be careful. Do it at your own pace. All right, that's set number one. We're gonna dive right in to set number two. We're gonna make it a little bit more challenging. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll out. I'm gonna do military style push-ups. And then we're gonna go from there. So looks like we got more people on. What's up, everybody? Feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're from. And as always, I welcome any health and training questions in the chat. So feel free to pop those in, give us a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe. Videos, because I feel like it's nice to be able to share knowledge, but also hopefully inspire somebody to stay active or get active. All right, here we go. So we're back. We're gonna go ahead and roll out. We're gonna do this time 15. So we're doubling up. You could say almost the total number. We had 20 before. We're gonna do 30, so almost double. Obviously we're doing 5 and 5 extra. So let's roll out. If you're doing the walkouts, same thing, try to go narrow and try to do between, I would say 4 to 5 more. 1 second here. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I was getting a little bit of a signal interruption. So hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully we're back. Looks like we lost a few people with that interruption. If you guys are on, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can see and hear everything. Sometimes being down here, the signal gets a little, shall we say, a little interrupted. So hopefully everything will be good. All right, here we go. Let's roll on out. All right, we're on the ball, one leg up in the air, and we got our military push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Roll it back. All right. All right. Right leg. Now we're going to do left leg. Roll it on out. Try to get a little bit of a different angle so you guys can see. Here we go. Rolling it out. All right, let's do it like this so you can see a little bit better. All right, here we go. So now it's the left leg with the right leg up. Here we go. 1. You get it like this so you can see. There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Roll it on back. All right, we got that one. That one's done. Let's go to our rows. We'll change it up a little bit. All right. Is everybody still good? Can you see? I see we only got 2 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 5. If we get it up to, let's say, one of my lucky numbers, 6. If we get up to 6, I'll do an extra bonus challenge for you guys. All right. Here we go. So now we got something a little bit different with these. We're gonna go ahead and do actually a more active deadlift. So we're gonna go down, try to come back, and then do our row, and then keep going down. So what I mean by that is instead of holding the single leg position, we're gonna continuously go down and back. So let's put these on in. Whew. Actually, let's try without the socks on this one. No socks! All right, here we are. So we'll go down and then do our row. So this allows me to have better grip and also allows me to go ahead and give a little bit more stability to my move. Here we go. Let's start carefully pulling these up. And are we ready? Bring it on down. Kick out. Hold it. Row. Bring it on down. Bring it in. Row. Bring it on down. Six. Whoa. Stabilize. Seven. Whoa. We got it. Oh. Right leg down and done. Focus on the left. Let's make a little short on that one. Okay. We will switch for the other one. So any of you might be wondering, what's the main area that works when we're doing that back and forth? You should feel it mostly in your butt, in your glute. And then the small stabilizer muscles of your foot, of your calf. But the goal is to really focus on your stability here. The heavier the weights, the more you're also gonna feel it in your upper body. So these are 25s, which are decent, but for rows, they're not as heavy as I would normally like them to be. But with the stability aspect, it's a good enough challenge for sure. All right, here we go, opposite side. Let's grab. We're gonna come up in a controlled manner. All right, here we go. Find your stable position here. Come on down. Feel that stretch. Up and one. And two. Whoa. And three. And four. And five. 6, 7, 8. Whoa. It's a challenging one. I got 2 more. The side kind of gave up on me. As Coach Will, one of our good followers and fans and warriors, supporters, would say it's the shy side. So this one needs a little bit more focus. Let's do 3. So normally we do 2 more. Let's do 3 to really stabilize this one. Okay, we got this. Focus, drive through the heel. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We felt that one. Okay, that one's done. So that's the more advanced version of exercise number 2. We're back to number 3. This one's already pretty intense, so we don't need to really adjust it. However, as always, we have some options. So if you don't have a ball You don't know what to do? There's always something. There's always something you can do. Let's show you a few options. So for those of you that are more advanced, you can do the basic V-up, which is an advanced move, which just means your lower body and your upper body come together. And you're almost like reaching for your shins or your toes, depending on how flexible you are. So let's do one more here. We come up and back. That's version number one. Version number two, let's say, okay, my back is too tight or you don't feel the strength in your lower body to come up like that. Heels down on the floor and try to sit up with a reach. So we're working on basically that aspect of it, the upper body. If that's too tough, straighten out your legs, arms crossed, and just try to crunch. Basically bring your shoulder blades off the ground. Try to hold that crunch at the top for a little bit. Let me show you from the side here so it's a little bit more visible. So you come up just enough. You see my shoulder blades off the ground, and hold that crunch and then come back. So 3 different options. All right. Nice, nice. All right, any other questions? You guys have anything? Who's trying to get in shape for summer or has a summer program? If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat, or if you have some suggestions for our warrior community, please, by all means, we always love to share information here. All right, so we're back to the ball. I'm gonna try to do our V. Here we go. Bring them up and back and down and back and down and back and down and back and down. So the other thing you can also do with this one, I forgot to mention, if you have a smaller ball, you can also do it. I would recommend a ball that's kind of soft like this. If you have a very hard, like one of those slam balls, you might not want to take the risk, because if you slip and it falls, okay, if it falls on your stomach, you know, as long as you brace in time, you're fine. If it falls on your face, especially somebody like me, if I have glasses, it's a bad idea. You can crunch your glasses, you can hurt yourself, break a bone even. So something like this is just gonna be kind of inconvenient if it bounces off, but nothing's gonna happen. So if you have a small ball, then I would recommend, there's ones that have little handles on them, or like little straps. So you can do it that way. Of course, then you can't hand it off really because they're stuck to your feet, but you can do leg lifts or you can do V-ups. So a little friendly note there. All right, let's finish up here. See it. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa, good burn. Felt it in the legs too, so awesome. All right, whew, we got that one. We're rock and rolling. Bonus set. So we got those 3 exercises with progressions. Let's go ahead and do something that we can also do that's a brand new circuit. So any of you that are following along, feel free to grab a dumbbell. That's gonna be one of our next things we're gonna go for. Okay, so we're gonna dumbbell. We're gonna go ahead and focus on a single arm based exercise, something you guys have seen from me before. We're gonna start on the knees. We're gonna go ahead and do a variation of a Zotman curl. We're gonna go ahead and do the first part like a Zotman curl. And then from there, we're gonna do a full press up. So a combination of forearm, bicep, and then an explosive power move. So you wanna have a good amount of weight, but nothing that's gonna be too hard for any of the 3 main movements. Usually the limiting factor is gonna be what you can control on the way down with the Zotman. All right, I'm gonna go with an open stance, or a split stance, I should say, so that way I have a little bit more stability. There we go. So first curl, control it, and then, all right, that's one. Curl, control it, and then, so the press we're doing, as you can tell, is a curl, neutral curl press, and a neutral press down. So it's not a swing up, which would require probably a lighter weight, but it's a two-stage movement. So here we go. That's 3. Remember, control your breathing. Ooh, control your stance too. One more. Okay, I believe that was 10. 10 or 12 per side is good, but obviously it depends on the weights you're using. All right, quick rest, and then we're back to the other side. Heart rate 129. So I'm right in the zone 2, zone 3 threshold. Reminder, there's 5 zones that usually constitute working out, or the kind of the accepted cardiovascular training range. And being in those middle zones for strength training is usually ideal. If you're doing cardio, you want to be usually higher, or if you're doing HIIT training or boot camp. If you're doing something slow like walking a Stairmaster or stretching or yoga, usually you want to be on the lower end, but it all depends. All right, so we got the opposite side. Looks like we got some more people jumping on. Awesome. Hey, if you guys are on, let me know if you can see and hear. We had some issues earlier, so hopefully you guys can hear. Feel free to throw a thumbs up, please. Like is awesome. Subscribe is even better. And let me know if you have any questions or any concerns or anything that we can talk about for summer, getting fit for summer. The other thing too is, if you are somebody who needs a little bit of guidance and you want to go a little bit deeper, get a little bit of professional guidance from either myself or my brother, Coach Ark, CompleteWarriorFitness@gmail.com. That's our email. So message us and we will reach back and talk about all the different classes we offer, options that might be able to help you out if you're looking to get a little bit more, shall we say, direct coaching. So anyway, keep on keeping on, everybody. Here we go. So opposite side, we got our stance here. I'm gonna go ahead and twist curl, control it on the way down, and then press. 1. 2. 3. 4. This one's tougher, but that's okay. That's why we do things broken down like this. So each side can catch up to the stronger side or more dominant side. Should be number 5 here. Twist. 5. Somebody might ask, hey, so how come, why would you do this separated like this, or combined, I should say, instead of separated? Well, there's many reasons. Let me give you a few. I got 3 more. Perfect time for me to do a quick rest. Combining exercises, combining movements, it's been around since the beginning of training pretty much. In some cases, doing one consistent movement. Let's say I'm doing a curl, right? I know what I'm getting. I'm working the bicep, I'm working the forearm, maybe a little bit of the wrist. If I'm isolating and I'm going for one particular muscle group, then that's ideal. If I'm doing combination of movements, sometimes I throw that in because I want to build stability. I want to work on confusing the body, getting it to engage more, getting the body to burn more calories, getting the body to invest a little bit more in the cardiovascular nature of the strength training. Because as you can imagine, if you're involving multiple muscle groups, you're pushing your cardio more, you're pushing the heart and the lungs more because you're having to push out more blood to different parts of the body. And it challenges your ability to maintain your form. It's usually a more tough exercise and a more worthwhile exercise in one sense. Not that there's any better, not that one approach is better than the other. It just depends on what you're doing. For those of you that are busy, sometimes these kinds of workouts you get the most bang for your buck essentially. Because you do a couple movements in one circuit and you end up doing more work in a shorter amount of time, which is actually pretty awesome. So, many reasons. And one more reason, I guess, I would say it prevents you from being bored. Imagine if you're somebody who doesn't like doing the same stuff over and over, doing a routine where you're doing just very isolated movements, it can be a little bit boring. So having a routine where you can get different movements in, you can utilize different muscle groups, it creates a sense of extra challenge. It's a little bit of extra fun. For some of you, it might be a great challenge in terms of now I really gotta focus because when I'm just doing curls, I'm just feeling the pump, right? But if I'm doing if I'm standing on one leg, now I'm utilizing mobility and stability. Now I have to also press and utilizing a lot of my core and my shoulder. And you have so much that you have to focus on just to keep that movement clean that you become more focused, and you get more than if you were just doing something very basic, just shoulder raises and you're just it is what it is, right? So very, very cool. All right, so that one's done. Now we're back to doing something for the shoulders. So that one was obviously also involving some shoulders, but this one, we're gonna go ahead and do something for the shoulders using the lighter 15s. All right. All right, good to see you guys on. Good to see more thumbs up, thank you. I wish we had a little bit more people today. I think part of it is, and I totally get it, I take responsibility. We've been off in terms of our scheduling, so some of you probably were waiting for the stream yesterday and weren't maybe expecting a class today, and also something with the connection today. So those of you that are still on, I appreciate you. Please stay on till the end of the workout. Those of you that hopefully will check it back later, feel free to send a thumbs up, and that always helps out. All right, so we're on to our shoulders. We're gonna go ahead and go back to our kneeling position. So this way I really have to utilize my shoulders and my core. What are we gonna do? Imagine you have your thumbs up. We're gonna go ahead and basically just bring them up like this in a V. So I'm creating a V coming out from the front. I have to keep my core tight because I am on my knees. So if I start to swing, I'm gonna either swing back or swing forward and face plant, which I don't want. So focus, get the right amount of weight. 15s here, it's probably a pretty good weight. Normally I go heavier when I'm standing. When I'm kneeling, this is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna bring my butt back a little bit to brace myself for the weight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm feeling that burn. Better to slow and get a proper motion than try to swing and just kind of burn through it. So, controlled. 1, and 2. 3 more. 13. 14. 1 more. 15. Oh man. Oh, I felt those shoulders failing on the last one. Okay. We got it. So we got those 2. We have one of our last ones here, which is going to be more pulling, more upper. As you can tell, today more of a focus on upper body, although we have some balance elements. Pull-ups. You might be wondering how we're going to get pull-ups here. I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to take us outside the gym and set up our pull station. It might be one of the last times we show it like this because we'll have the machines next time. All right, so off we go. Look at that. Grr. Oh, yeah, I kind of can't see it. Can't see our logo because of that. CWF, the classic OG logo. All right, so we're in the basement, a little basement area. All right, I'm gonna flip it here so you guys can, keep flipping, I'm sorry. All right, flip it so you can see. Apologies for the bathroom, but we're gonna set up this bar. I'm gonna turn the light on so you guys can see. So if any of you have used one of these, they're actually pretty useful. You can get a lot of bang for your buck. Just make sure you find one that's suitable for your home and your door frame. This one is better suited for medium size. If you have a very wide door frame like I do back in the gym, it doesn't fit. So this one is only good here. There is a little element that you kind of can't see, but it's a little, I'll show you at the end. It's a little, like a little nub that you put in, and it basically holds the, the actual middle of the bar in. It's like a little metallic piece. So that's a good one. Let's go ahead and let's set up our pull-ups. Now, unfortunately, my back's gonna be to you, so hopefully you guys can still see. Yeah. All right, so to finish off, we have 3 different types of pull-ups. We're gonna go for the neutral pull, which is a lot of bicep and forearm. And then we have the wide. So the wide is gonna be here, hits the medium part of the back and kind of builds the wider lats. And then we have chin-ups, which is gonna be this one here for the last one. So chin-ups, a little bit easier than pull-ups for most people. They work a little bit more on your biceps and should I say more of a kind of tapered small part of the back. I have a little nice diagram with all the different muscles that get hit, but anyway, let's start with the hardest one, which is the wide. So we're gonna go wide here. Let's go ahead and hang down, feet are crossed, and the goal is to go full, chin above the bar, all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So we got those. We got the wide ones. Let's go ahead and so we can create a little short from that. Now we're gonna go for neutral. So neutral, same idea. I go here. Just gonna adjust the camera a little bit. Maybe it'll be a little bit more interesting to see. All right. So we got the neutral. Neutral is here. So one tip, and I always try to share this whenever doing pull-ups, try not to go short range, you know? You wanna go full range. So when I see people doing pull-ups and they're like, 1 and 2 and 3, you know, it's not a pull-up. You're still doing work, just like a short push-up. You're still doing work, you're not getting the full benefit. So most essential and most helpful is to go full range, in and out. And if you can't, that's fine. You can build up to it by doing underbar pull-ups, which are called Australian pull-ups. You can do many types of rows, whether it's seated rows, whether it's standing banded rows, whether it's dumbbell pulls, dumbbell rows. You know, you build up the pulling muscles to the point where you can. And one of the best ones in the gym, if you do have it in a gym, is the assisted pull-up machine, where you You have a bench, you put your knees on the bench or the pad, you adjust the weight. So it's usually, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, and on the resistance portion of the stack there, you put 50 pounds. You basically subtract that number from your weight. So if I'm having trouble doing pull-ups and I use that machine, set it to 50, it's 50 pounds that basically the machine is taking care of for me. So it's like I'm pulling myself up, but if I weighed 100 pounds. And then it's a great way to track your progress. You see like, oh man, I'm able to do 10, now I'm able to do 12. Then you can adjust the weight and you basically progress. The other way you can do it too is bands. I have a video that I shared, it's on our channel. Go to our shorts, scroll back probably a year or two ago, and I show how to set up a resistance band pull-up, which basically is the same idea, just you have to do a little bit of work, but you pull yourself minus your weight. Minus whatever the band is pulling. So, all right, here we go. Let's do 8 and 8. So, neutral, we'll let ourselves swing a little bit, hang, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, we got that one. So we can actually pull it here for the third. All right. All right, the third. Hey. All right, last one. Last one is chin-ups. Let's see what we can do with the chin-up. We'll just do 5 because we're getting long here in our session. So 5 good chin-ups. Same idea as before. You basically make sure that you allow yourself to fully swing down first, feel the weight, feel the resistance, and then go with your pull-up, or your chin-up in this case. All right, here we go. I got the grip. I'm gonna go ahead and swing, release, make sure I'm stationary. 1. Let me change that angle. It's kind of a weird angle, right? All right, let me get you up here, guys. There we go, that's better. That's better. Okay. Oh, my nethers in the camera. All right. Okay, here we go. We'll not count that first one. Okay, back we go. Here we go. 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo, and that's all she wrote. I feel that one. All right. Okay, we did it. We did it. Thank you guys and gals for coming along with me on this workout today. Apologies for those of you that joined and were perhaps booted because of the signal. And then those of you that missed it because of the change in schedule, also apologies for that. Now, the good news is that we are going to be back again, most likely tomorrow. Friendly reminder that our plank challenge for May is over. I'm gonna do some drawings for that. Sorry about the lack of posting on that. It's super busy, but we're good. We're good with everything. Thank you for the thumbs up. Those of you that are on right now, appreciate you. Send, some good energy, good vibes. Subscribe, like, share, all those good things. And thank you. And don't forget that now we're starting our Olympics. So if you're not sure about the details, check out some of our posts, and especially Coach Ark's short from maybe a week or so ago, maybe a week and a half. And yeah, we will go over some of the details shortly about that. Yes, thank you, Digital Psychology with Kiki. You are awesome. Oh, look. And just like always happens, as soon as she pops in, we have a whole bunch of extra people pop in. We had like 9 extra people just jump on. So awesome. Thank you all. And sorry for those of you that are jumping on because I just finished the workout. Yes, I'm feeling the power. Thank you. As always, please go ahead and share any questions you have. And if you don't get a chance to do it while we're live streaming, that's fine. You can always message us at CompleteWarriorFitness@gmail.com. And we'd love to be able to help. Summer is basically here. So if you want to get summer fit with one of us, please reach out to us via that email. You can always find it on our page. If you don't remember it, just go to the contact info. There we are. And inquire. You know, we're doing summer specials right now for anybody signing up for personal training, whether it's live, virtual, or kind of virtual, but not just at a distance, but kind of a more self-guided type of training, which is more affordable. So we have sales and promotions on all of those. So if you're ready to jump in, you're ready to change your life, we're happy to help. Coach Ark and I are here for you. And we help with nutrition planning as well. So it's not just training. It's something that I think people forget is a huge part of health and fitness, is what you eat, what you put in your body, even more so than how much you exercise. So anyway, feel free to share that. And those of you that are watching, feel free to share this with your friends and family. Anyone you feel like might be boosted by our channel and by our videos. You know, please, especially with summer. Some people that are not feeling good about their bodies and they feel trapped inside a body that maybe is not healthy. This is a very tough time for them. So if you're one of those people, we're here for you. You're not alone. And if you're not one of those people, but you know one of those people, be empathetic if you can. Help them out. Maybe push them to gently to make a small change in their life and try to get them inspired to have the best summer yet. It just takes one step. And once you make that first step, the next step becomes easier, the next step becomes easier until you're flying and you don't realize like, wow, I've been doing amazing things for myself. How come I didn't do this sooner? There's never a bad time to start. The only time that is not good, or the only thing that's not good about that, is if you never start. So whatever that might be, please take that first step forward towards your health and wellness. You're going to be so much happier when you do it, especially when you go out there and you feel amazing in your body. You feel strong, you feel healthy. There's really no better feeling. I mean, I know how much I'm boosted when I do a workout. You know, I know like I did something good for myself, and I feel like I'll be a better husband, I'll be a better father, I'll be a better business owner, I'll be a better brother, son. You know, I just have that energy. So I hope you guys and gals feel the same way. And those of you that really enjoy the channel, I know we have quite a few of you that are regulars. Thank you. Please feel free to send a donation our way. It really would help, you know, as we're trying to build the channel. And remember, in giving, it's when you receive. And that's one reason why I started doing these videos, is because I want to give back. So if you feel like it's worth something, whether it's $1, whether it's $10, whether it's $50, please don't hesitate to give back. You know, we really are appreciating it. Every dollar counts because we build our channel, we're building our business, and we're trying to help more and more people. And for us, that's really, that's really one of the things that we enjoy, and we feel complete. So anyway, hope you guys and gals have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Tomorrow is Monday. It's a new day. It's a new start to the week. We can conquer it together. It's June. It's a new month. Lots of beginnings. So feel free to hop forward with a positive step. And let's say our final affirmation. Every day in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better, better, and better. All right. Thank you all. Have a wonderful one. We're going to finish up here. Take care. And